Welcome to my channel, Collective. So I thought I'd just come here to give you another energy update and to keep you informed of what's going on. Some of you might be now coming out of a very intense energy, and for a long time a lot of people have been playing on you and in a way that to stop you from getting ahead. So you've been feeling very overwhelmed. Spirit's asking you to just take small steps because you're still coming out of the old way of living, the old earth, this is what I call, where lots of things no longer work for you. And as such, there was a faulty foundation, like the tower moments that we call in the tarot world, is to break down everything that no longer works for us. So things could be very chaotic. All of a sudden, you've got problems left, right, and center. And in terms of before a manifestation, this is bound to happen. Spirit has to get rid of the old things and reroute you to a new one. But until everything's broken down in such a chaotic way, Spirit cannot really give you the new way of direction. So if you're feeling very overwhelmed, just take very small steps each at a time. Please do not overwhelm yourself with several things that needs to be done in one day. There have been lots of synchronicities and signs that Spirit's been giving you. And in the previous readings, I've mentioned about the different signs. The very typical one for Spirit to get hold of you and giving you the signs are the repeated numbers. Sometimes on the clock you might see 1111, 222, 333. And it's a way of just getting your attention. Some people might wake up between 2 to 5, and that's the quietest time of the day where Spirit can tap onto to give you some signals and different ways of getting ahead. And Spirit saying that stop accommodating for those who don't support you. You've been so helpful towards others, and in some ways that's hindered your progress, because the more you try to help other people, the more they expect it and they don't actually appreciate you. So lately you are now realizing that has caused some problems. Just because you've helped some people doesn't mean anything to them. Some people just don't realize it. Some people are just quite selfish. So Spirit's just saying, please continue to work on yourself. You can now see people's true colors, and you are looking at ways to remove yourself from them. So a lot of people can feel that you're pulling you away energetically, and as such you might find a lot of negative forces tugging at you. Some people might be picking on you. I'll give you a good example. You might be encountering a lot of issues from work where your superiors are all of a sudden picking on you and finding fault in whatever you do. So it's like a secret competition. I know it sounds really ludicrous, and you think, well, they're my superior, why are they like that? So these are people that are coming from very low vibration. So just because they earn more than you or have a power over you in the sense of work doesn't mean anything. And in some ways their vibration is actually extremely very low, and they may be coming under the force of the negative and demonic ways. So another example is that all of a sudden, because you're high energy and you exude a lot of power, and if your superior is against you, you might find that all of a sudden the energy, there's a split, and they may become so sick all of a sudden. This has happened to me lately many times, where I came across somebody that is my superior, and all of a sudden this person just went from being okay to either very, very very defensive, or they just suddenly feel ill. And it's not something that I have done, and just because there is an energetic discord. So anything that has been fired at me in an ill intention has gone back and backfired on them. So Spirit has interacted with us, and it's the divine intervention that's been, ahead of us that I can have no control over. And you've left them really baffled. A lot of them have been very possessive towards you. So these are very dominating, low vibration people that do not want you to get ahead. So they're not very happy with you getting ahead, and they can feel your vibration. So that you've got a queue of people that do not want you to progress, and they can sense it. You've left them really baffled as to how on earth have they tried to bring you down and you're still on top. And you haven't even done anything. You're still yourself. So these low vibrations are like viruses. So you are energetically blocking them. So even though you have some interaction physically with them, somehow there is not much of a communication. They're going to be under still heavy judgment from Spirit, and the games no longer work on you. So you are really coming out into a very nice high vibration. Things are really happening for you, and if it hasn't happened yet, please be patient. Things are going to work out for you. So a lot of these people are receiving a very rude awakening. In the meantime, Spirit is giving you signs to go forward, and mentioned before, the signs are coming in different ways. Sometimes it could be also music or street signs. It could be movies, music, anything. So you are coming out of the dark, and you are going to get answers soon if you haven't got any answers to go forward in a life direction. Be flexible with change of plans. Keep things to yourself. Even though if you have some people that you're very close to or close with, please keep and move things in silence and do not say too much. Because if you haven't got anything concrete that you've got yet, there needs to be some silence, and until this is going to be in fruition. So I talked about before a manifestation, lots of things could happen, like things can get chaotic. And just because you have planned something in your mind about your direction and made some goals, there's always going to be a lag time between your mental goal coming into fruition, and later on it may come physically into the world. So depending on your vibration that you're operating in, it may not come straight away. It may come even in 1 year's time or later on. It just depends on what vibration you're operating in. The higher the vibration, the quicker your manifestation that comes into fruition quickly into the physical plane. Now, your dreams are coming into fruition, but it just takes time, as I mentioned before, and Spirit's letting you know to dream the world into being. So a lot of you can't picture it yet, but just be patient. You're going through a deep cellular healing. What that means is that not only are you going through a physical and emotional healing, spiritually you've been working on this, and now it's time to amalgamate everything together. And you have been working a long time with your spiritual being, and it's paying off. Trust the world that you came in on, and trust the timing. So time is not running out. We don't really all have the same times. So sometimes you're working on a goal today, other people are still not up to that stage yet. So you're a star keeper. Seek the light by staying grounded. We all need to work on ways to keep us grounded. Some people might be going through some sage burning and spiritual cleansing. Do what's best for you. There are some happy times ahead, and you're on the right path. If you don't know it yet, you will, because Spirit is leading you up to it. So that's why you might be feeling a lot of anticipation and nervous energy. It's because things are sorting itself out. It's like a messy house that you're renovating. It's bound to be lots of things that needs to be cleared out, and it's very messy before it can be fully renovated. So there's going to be a time of positive change, and fortune is on your side. Just trust the process. And it's the end of a difficult situation, and embrace the change. Recovering from an addiction. A lot of us have been in an addiction of some sort. Some people might be addiction from certain foods. Some people are addicted to certain other relationships. And we all have different addictions that we need to work on. But you're coming out of it, and because you've got a lot of high awareness. Nurture yourself and others, and give birth to your dreams. So what I mentioned before about the dreams. There's limitless possibilities. You're entering a time of curiosity, because a lot of things are going to be brand new for you. Luck and right timing is going to come. Utilize the power of community. So you're going to be meeting a lot of influential people and people that are your tribe. So keep an eye out socially and look out for people that you resonate with. Preparations come to fruition. So you've been preparing for this for a long time, and the time is going to come up soon if it hasn't come up yet. The universe is your power. Your partner. Now, work with Spirit all the time. Your guides are always here, and your ancestors as well. And please just continue working on yourself. And as I mentioned before about the people that are working against you, it's all coming out now. So the truth are all coming out, and they've got a lot to answer to. But there's nothing you need to do now. You're no longer triggered, and you're no longer even bothered by them, and which is making them more and more angry. But Spirit's dealing with them now. So I hope you find this very helpful, and I'll keep you updated with what's happening as well. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon again. Bye for now.